And so before we get started, we want to give a shout out to our producers, Linnell Taylor and Carl Booker, who always do an awesome job. And we thank them for giving us the opportunity to do the show. And so we definitely want to give a big shout out to them. And so today we're going to be talking about the hottest of the hot topics. And so we're going to start off with Diddy. So is Diddy done? Are we going to stick a fork in him? And so I'm going to turn to my co-host, Chris, and I'm going to ask that question. We sticking a fork in him?
I think Diddy may be done. When I see it on CNN and all the major news networks at the 6 o'clock or 6:30 news, that is very, very serious, and something's going to happen. I don't know what it's going to be, but something is definitely going to happen. That was a very terrible video that we saw of him with Cassie, kicking her, and all the stuff that they were doing in that elevator or in the lobby. It just was terrible.
Right.
And for him to do that, and then after you see him kick her, then he drags her back to the room, and then he
sticks her in a corner, right? And he throws a vase at her. He throws a vase at her or something. Yeah, so I think he kicks her a couple of times. He drags her around the corner. He punches her a couple of times, and then he has her in a corner and he's throwing stuff at her. And so it's very, very, very disturbing, graphic, violent video. And it kind of backs up some of the things that she was saying about Diddy. And then there was a comment. I think last month there was an interview that Jaguar Wright did. That kind of cements some of the things that she had said about him. But and she also accused him of having another video that she's telling him he needs to release.
And the video she's talking about is a video of the killing of somebody white. What's her name? Somebody who was a girlfriend of Jay-Z's. And Kathy White.
And so Jaguar Wright says that P. Diddy has the video. He knows the real story
of killing Kathy White.
Of Kathy White. Wow. So that Cassie video, and of course all the other accusations that have been leveled at Diddy, the parties and the violence and the man. And so it's safe to say that we're gonna stick a fork in Diddy.
Yeah, because I don't know how he's going to be able to get out of this.
Right.
Because the other question is even though we saw the video, who's going to be the person entity to bring charges against him?
Right.
Okay. We've seen the video, but for somebody to and actually, I guess if it happened in New York or whatever, what's that lady that's after Trump? What's her name?
Oh, the prosecutor.
The prosecutor, one of them could bring charges against him.
Wow, Diddy, man.
Right.
Had it all.
Yeah, I don't know why you have to go to those extremes. When you have money, you want power. And if you have power, you want money. And I think that's what is happening. Somebody said Diddy had smacked his mama.
Oh, wow.
It's just all kind of stuff. So, those aren't the type of things that we need in our community. And the one good thing about all of it is that you're beginning to have people to come forward. We have had a very strong feeling in our community that nobody wanted to be a snitch, but in order for our community to be able to get better as far as crime goes, different things like that, people are going to have to give up other people. It's just as simple as that. We cannot continue to protect these people.
I'm interested in seeing 50 Cent's take on the video. I'm not laughing about the video. I'm just thinking about what 50 Cent is going to say about the video. So we all know 50 had no mercy when it comes to Diddy and when it comes to his opinion. So I'm waiting on 50 Cent's comment about the new Diddy video. And so,
He said Diddy wanted to take him shopping. Take me shopping. If you ain't going to take me shopping.
So
50 a bad boy.
So we have let's see. So we have the Diddy, and then we were going to talk about the
governor.
The governor, right? So the pardoning of Daniel Perry is what we wanted to our next hot topic, and so something that these right wing idiots have wanted to do since day one. I'm surprised it took them this long to pardon that murderer. So just to refresh your memory, Daniel Perry is the guy, as the killer, the murderer who killed the Black Lives Matter protester. The Black Lives Matter protester was the young man who was married to the woman in the wheelchair. She was a black woman, was she a paraplegic or something? But he was married to her. They were at a Black Lives Matter protest, and this murderer Daniel Perry killed him, and so he was sentenced to, I want to say, 25 years or 30 years or something, and finally Rick Perry pardoned him, and so this has been in the works for quite a while. He needed a recommendation for the board of pardons and parole, which of course he appoints all the members of. So they were just waiting for the formal paperwork to go through so that he can pardon this right wing idiot. And so Daniel Perry is a hero of the right wing. Of course, they celebrate him because he killed a Black Lives Matter protester. And so, Chris, what are your thoughts on that?
We as black folks especially are being attacked from all sides. We have a person who was killed during the Black Lives Matter, even though the person who was a white person who was killed, I believe.
Yeah.
All over America, it seems that we are being attacked. What really hurts me is when I talk to younger folks who are either becoming of age to vote or have had a very early time in their life where they've been eligible to vote, and for them to say, well, we don't want to vote, or they want to use the thing about I'm electing the lesser of the two evils. Well, you've seen you not voting, whether it be for president or whatever, and the president that we had before putting 3 justices on the Supreme Court. You've got the stuff that's going on in Texas with this governor and pardoning somebody who has assaulted with Black Lives Matters. You've got the guy down in Florida who's doing whatever he wants to do to be able to make sure that any kind of teaching of black history, black books are being removed or whatever. And I just see us sitting idle and taking all of it. I would like to see what we're going to do. There was a saying that Joe Madison always used to say, what are you going to do about it? Okay? And right now it seems like all of these things, we are doing nothing about it. Even this thing that's going on, I mean, in Gaza and the different things like that, in my opinion, the thing that the students are trying to do, they are doing a little bit about it. But when you look at the genocide that's happening and the things that have happened in South Africa, and Israel seems to be getting their cue almost from America because America is supporting that. Man, I'm sorry, I've gone off on all of these things.
No, it's good because they're all interconnected.
They're
all interconnected.
I just look at our people and say, when are we going to get involved, and when are we going to put a stop to this?
No, and you know what, Chris, and I'm glad that you brought it up. So and all of these issues are interconnected. So there is definitely with this guy pardoning this murderer of this Black Lives Matter protester, and then you have Trump who's promising if he's elected he's going to give blanket immunity to all the police officers. We've heard his statement about when the cops were putting black people in the car, banging their head against the thing. We've heard Trump call the neo-Nazis in Charlottesville very fine people. We've heard him called African countries shithole countries. We've heard a lot of racism and vitriol that's coming out of this country. This idea of when you have this rollback of diversity and equity and inclusion, you have this assault on Black history and Black contributions. You have the reinstatement of standardized testing, where they know that Black kids don't test well with standardized testing. Which again goes to is meant to exclude them from institutions. You have again, like you said, the assault on affirmative action. So you have this rollback of equity. You have a rollback of rights. You have the refusal to pass the John Lewis Civil Rights Bill. And so it's an overwhelming assault on black folks in this country. We feel it. We see it. But the other thing is that everybody else does as well. People outside of this country see it and feel it, and they see what's going on. And so...
but how can those people respect us when we do nothing?
Well, I say this, Chris. There was a delegation, Dr. Ericana Chiambari Quad took to Burkina Faso, and she gave a speech about there's an awakening that's going on, and so and this is kind of what I see a lot of racist things that are said on social media, and so my message to those folks is this: it doesn't matter where you go, where you look, or what institutions you check. There's a simple fact that something that they can't stop, and that's demography. The world is heading to a place where 47 to 48% of the world is going to be Black African, and if you include the Black folks in Europe, United States, South America, the world is going to be 50% Black folks. That's not going to stop. That's happening. That's coming. So when you have a world where you have this assault on Black folks, when you have this overt racism that's coming out of the United States, that the world sees and the world understands, those shithole countries that are going to be 50% of the world's population, my message is to keep doing it. Keep being racist. And what you're going to create is you're going to create an African-China alliance that's going to end the American empire. And
that's
so
happening.
That's happening.
That's happening now.
That's happening. And it's not, and the more racist this country becomes, the more they're pushing Black folks and China together. So my point is this: you think it's funny now, but 50 to 75 years from now, we're gonna see if your kids will be laughing.
My hope is that this governor of Texas will not run again, and it's my hope that you're going to see in this next election. I'm hoping that we see a blue wave of all Democrats being elected. Hey, if you're Republican, call in to us or send us an email, do whatever you want, comment on the YouTube and say that I'm wrong. But we've got to take a stand someplace, and we've got to have discussions about all of this. And if I'm wrong, then let's have a discussion about why I'm wrong. But I don't think I'm wrong. I'm like Charles Barkley. I might be wrong, but I doubt it.
Yeah, I know I'm not wrong. So it's just like I said, there's a change that's coming, and so there's a demographic change that's coming to the world, and you're gonna see a world that's gonna look like me, and it's gonna be 50% of it's gonna look like me, and a big portion of them are going to be Asian, and a large portion of them are going to look like indigenous folks from South America, and a lot of them are gonna look like folks from the Middle East, and so the world is definitely changing, and so your racist policies and the racism that you are putting out into the world, your kids are going to reap those repercussions 50 years from now.
Before we change to a new subject, I want to ask this question. All of those people that you named, that it's going to be a new day and you're going to have all of these minority or dark-skinned people who might be running things. Will there end up being a hierarchy even among them? And if so, where are we going to fall? And if wherever we fall now, what do we have to do to elevate ourselves in that hierarchy?
Well, I mean, there's a simple truth. Africa right now contains about 40% of the world's known mineral resources. Africa is the most underexplored continent on the planet, besides Antarctica, of course. But it's the most underexplored inhabited continent on the planet. So even with an exploration of about 10%, it already has 40% of the world's resources.
Okay.
So, and it's going to have 50% of the world's population. So my bets are on the place that has 50% of the world's population and 40%, at least 40% of the world's resources. So the hierarchy, again, things are going to shape themselves out. There's an awakening that's going on, and we just need to get on board over here.
So what do we do about those corrupt African countries?
What's happening is they're taking care of themselves.
Okay.
They're being overthrown, and you seeing the young folks in uniform that are taking over who have a different mentality. And so there's a different mentality. There's awakening that's going on, and they need to keep on. They need to keep on awakening, keep on coming together. Even some of the old heads. I saw a speech. Former president of Uganda, Museveni, says, "You know what? We do need economic unity, but we need a strategic unity." He's calling for not only just one economy, but one African army. So I mean, there's a broad awakening. We are a little bit behind in this country, but it's not to be blamed because of the media, because of the legacy, because of the education that this country puts, allows us to have. And so, of course, the white supremacists aren't going to allow you the education to free yourself mentally and to advance yourself mentally and economically and physically. But there's a global awakening going on, and so once it hits here and we get on board, again, we graduate thousands of engineers every year. We have over 200,000 engineers. We have doctors, lawyers. We have everything that we need, and we grew up in the West, and we know how they are. We know how they think. So again, just if you get online and you do some research, there was a call by President Traore of Burkina Faso who said the exact same thing. We need this awakening. We need you in the West. You guys are our ambassadors. You guys have lived among the West. You guys have the engineers and the scientists. And so there's a broad awakening that's going on. And so we just need to get on board.
We better get on board really quick, because I anticipate the American government, no matter what's happening now, I see it changing. And they could say, if you go to those black colleges or wherever you go, you can't take that expertise out of America.
I'd like to see. I'd like to see them try to stop that, but no. The part again, just the pardon of Daniel Perry. It reveals where they are. It reveals again. It shows the world who they are. It reveals their racism. Black Lives Matter to them again. It's a great boogeyman. And so again, my word to them is to keep it up, because your kids are going to pay for it. But next topic.
Marjorie Taylor Greene and Miss Crockett. Miss Crockett. I didn't think we was ever going to get I love it. You my girl. Miss Crockett.
Big, bad built. Big, bad built. Butch body, big bad built butch body. So, yes, Congresswoman Crockett,
bad built,
butch body,
right?
Bleached blonde,
right?
Bad built butch body.
Everybody needs to learn this phrase, okay? Everybody needs to learn this phrase.
Yes, thank you, Congresswoman Crockett. So,
from Texas.
Yes, from Texas. So Marjorie Taylor Greene, for some reason, she thought that she was talking to somebody else, and so she made a comment saying that the Congresswoman Crockett's fake eyelashes wouldn't allow her to see the documents, and so she didn't anticipate that clapback from that sister. So the clapback from the sister, you don't understand, that clapback gonna be fierce. You know what I mean? And that clapback from the sister was fierce. The bleach blonde, bad built, butch body. And so,
the one thing I do want to point out is that, I was having a discussion with another gentleman who and he was talking about the decorum in Congress. However, when she made the comment about Marjorie Taylor Greene, it was not directed at Marjorie Taylor Greene. It was asking the chairman of the committee, what would you do?
If someone was to say. Right. But you know what? Even then, I would have made the comment directly to Marjorie Taylor Greene, because Marjorie Taylor Greene has been getting away with this stuff. She's been acting like she's big and bad because don't nobody want to put her in her place.
Right.
She ran across a sister who put her in her place.
Right.
You know, and AOC put her in her place. Right. What she said, baby girl.
Baby girl.
Yeah. So no, that Bronx
Y'all
came out.
Seen this clip?
Yeah, watch the clip. So the Bronx came out at AOC, and then Houston, Texas came out in Congresswoman, what's her name? Crockett. Congresswoman Crockett is it H-Town or Dallas?
I thought it was Dallas.
It's Dallas. Okay, so the B-Town came out in Congresswoman Crockett. But yeah, no. See, they sometimes, you know what, you got to get out in the mud with folks. You know what I mean? And so some people say, yeah, well, when they go low, we go high. But no, I'm sorry, Michelle. No. Sometimes you got to let trailer trash know.
Right.
You know what I mean? That you're not big and bad as you think you are. And no, you came across the wrong one today. And I'm glad that Congresswoman Crockett let her know. Now,
if y'all haven't seen the clip, go look at the clip.
Yeah.
Google it.
Yeah, let her know. Because she got everybody else scared of her. She got all the white folks in Congress scared of her. And she need to the sister leader let her know, I'm not them. You know what I'm saying? We not them. You know what I'm saying? So, sometimes you got to get down in the mud with the crabs. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And so, and as far as other folks who disagree with that, you know what I mean? I guess it might be something that might be generational or whatever. But no, you know what I mean? Sometimes, hey, you got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight dirt with dirt. You know what I mean? If it's a mud fight, it's a mud fight.
I loved it. It was almost just like that guy in Mississippi on the dock throwing his hat up.
Yeah, I've already seen people with the T-shirts on social media. You know what I mean? No, man, definitely. You know, bleach blonde, yeah, bad built butch body. So I think she needs to have that shirt printed and wear it to the next House session. You know, I think all the congressional black, but they cowards, but the congressional black caucus all needs to have shirts made that said with bleach blonde, bad built butch bodies.
Right.
You know what I mean? And just let her know that no, and they're gonna lose the House anyway.
I hope
because remember, Louisiana, I think they now have a second. They got a congressional district taken away from it. There's now a black congressional district. The courts ruled in that favor. So, I mean, their margin is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So, if they're able to hold on to the House, I'd be extremely surprised if they hold on to the House this coming November. I doubt it. But
we got work to do, so everybody go out and vote. And
absolutely.
Vote. For me, I'm saying vote D.
Hey, yeah, vote. And again, like you touched on earlier, the alternatives are not even close. You know what I mean? So, yeah. People are saying, would you rather have the senile or grandpa, or would you rather have the dictator in diapers? And I'd take senile grandpa over the dictator in diapers any day. You know what I mean? So the racist dictator in diapers is not going to be who's going to go out for vengeance. There's not going to be any legislation that gets done.
Right.
And you talk about somebody who's really going to be trying to lock up their enemies. You're going to talk about it again, and he may get another, I'm sure, whoever the president again will get another appointment on the court. And you do not want that to be another Trump appointment to the court.
We'll have to do this at another time, but did you hear about Alito?
The upside down flag, yeah. So all the flag huggers and the Kaepernick haters and the people who talk about disrespecting the flag, I hope that they have that same energy for Alito and his old fake excuse. And he's such a coward, he blamed it on his wife.
He blamed
my wife put the flag upside down because the neighbor had a sign in it. Right. No. You did that. Y'all did that because you were upset about Trump losing and you had the January 6th insurrection. And so, no, you did that. And quit blaming it on your wife, dude. You know what I'm saying? That's not even cool. But yeah.
So it's going to be very interesting what's going to happen over the next few months.
Yeah, I want to see the next few days. I want to see all these flag lovers, these people who believe the American flag is sacrosanct. I want to hear what they have to say about Alito and his wife. You know what I mean?
I didn't mean to get off on that, but
we got to mention that. We got to mention the hypocrisy is strong in this crowd.
With the bleach blonde, bad built body.
No, yeah, man. These folks they're insane. They're insane. You know what I mean? The hypocrisy is just ridiculous.
Too much.
You know what I mean? Yeah, no, they claim they love the flag. I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see how they respond to that. And yeah, I'm waiting to see what the fallout is from the now that Marjorie Taylor Greene has been taken down a peg or two and shown that she ain't as bad as she thinks she is.
Right.
Maybe some of the Republicans will get a little bit of spine and stand up to her too.
Oh no.
Maybe we can hope.
They're not gonna stand up to her at all.
They need to, because now that she ain't as bad as she claimed to be. But I think anything else we gotta talk about, Chris?
No, we've gone a long time.
You ready to close it out?
Close it out.
All right. Well, this has been Hot Topics, and we definitely thank you for joining us today, folks. And we look forward to your comments. Go on there and also hit the like and subscribe button. And again, Fred, Sharon, we miss you. And we again to Linnell and Carl, we do thank you. And to our viewers, we thank you as well. Without you, there's no us.
Leave us a comment and hit the bell.
Hit the bell and go and support those HBCUs, man, immediately.
Thank you. See you next week.